It's feeding time as usual, but there's a definite pecking order. The weakest of the three will have to wait for his meal. Now that's nothing like the dinner table at your house, I'm sure. None for you. You hear those sounds they make? Raptors are intelligent enough to communicate with each other. It helps them work as a team in the pursuit of their prey. Look at those sleek, muscled bodies, held in perfect balance by the tail. The tail constantly adjusts as the raptor slinks forward. Graceful, but deadly. I mean, you wouldn't want to run into one of these in a dark alley. See their arms. Look how they're held against their sides, and the way they're folded at the wrist, the way they're tucked in against their body. Does that remind you of? Oh, hold on to that thought. We'll come back to that later.
That's what chickens believe, don't they?
The thing I find most fascinating about raptors is their concentration. See, look, as they walk, the head hardly moves, eyes fixed on the goal ahead, but they are quick when they need to be. They're pretty smart for dinosaurs. We tend to think a bigger brain makes a creature more intelligent, but for raptors, it's quality, not quantity, that counts.
Turn that off, please.
Turn off that.
Because you're supposed to be watching this.
Time. We travel through time. Millions of years are flying by until we come to rest in the mid-Cretaceous period, where there's a new addition to the landscape of ferns and conifers. Flowers. Well, now, just think about that. Until now, no creature on Earth has ever seen the colour of a bloom. And now, with the arrival of flowers, it's beginning to look a little bit more like the world that we know. Well, just a bit.
Boobies. Booby. That one. You're the one on the side of it?
How did that happen? Well, it's all because of insects. Okay, this is how it works. Now, insects have already been around for 100 million years before dinosaurs, but they had nothing to do with pollination. And plants were fertilized by wind and by water. Here, in the Cretaceous period, they discover another way. Now, insects were always feeding on plants, but eventually they start carrying pollen from one plant to another. Now, that works well for the plants, so they start to reward the insects with delicious nectar, and that keeps them coming back for more. And then the plants start to compete with each other to attract the insects with colour. It's their weapon of mass attraction. If you're a good-looking plant, you flourish. Hey, insects, how about some red? No, what about yellow? Hey, anybody fancy a bit of purple? But the more insects there are, the more flowers there are. And the more flowers, the more insects. That's how co-evolution works. And I think that this is one of the most beautiful examples. Now we see new types of insects come into being because of all the flowers. Bees, wasps, moths, butterflies. Miracles of natural engineering, all perfectly evolved to feed on flowers that reward them with sweet nectar and brilliant colours. And nature, at its most perfect. Get off! Well, almost perfect. So that's all flowers are. Reproductive display to attract the right kind of attention. I mean, for us, it would be, perfume or sports cars. Animals have them too, and dinosaurs have them in a big way. Is his reproductive display. Those horns and that crest give him status amongst his kind. And he has the largest skull of any land animal ever. And yet, he's pretty sociable. He likes to live in herds. When he's sociable up to a point, he's also territorial. Males dominate the herds